this is Brooke with Phillips Fiber Art. Check out this quilt behind me. Would you ever have guessed that this was a perfect 7? Probably not. All we've seen so far with a perfect 7 is circles. These beautiful circles, 7 included in the pattern, 2 free downloads, and we have Roy G. Biv. Awesome circles. But what else can we do with the P7? This one uses our P line. So let's take a closer look.
We'll start with 2 color families, a light and a dark of each one. We've cut the fabric rectangles of A, B, C, and D. The rectangles are cut from a folded piece of fabric, like how it comes off the bolt. So each one is a stack of 2 rectangles cut with wrong sides together, right sides out. Now let's focus on the blue fabric first, and we're ready to use our Perfect 7 tool. I'll put the P line, shown here, on the lower edge of the rectangle, and the side is aligned to the side of the tool. When I cut the layers, I get 2 mirror image pieces. The remaining fabric will give you another set when you rotate the tool like this. Here are the 4 pieces of the rose. Now look at the print we've chosen. You'll only be able to get 1 cut on one side since I need identical pieces, but it's the same cut. The P line here and the side of the Perfect 7 tool aligned to the edge. This detail is fabric specific. Here are our 2 mirrored B pieces. Now we'll make triangles. We have mirrored pairs, D and A and D. Place the pairs together and sew on the straight side. And here they are sewn. We have our next pairs, B and C and B. Right sides together and sew on the straight side. And here they are sewn. Notice the shallow V at the tips. Let's trim that straight across. Place a ruler onto the triangle. The horizontal line follows the center seam, and the vertical 9-inch line is aligned to the base of the triangle. Add 2-inch squares on each pair. Notice we're adding a contrasting tip to each one. But when I sew it, I prefer to put the large triangle on top because it lets me see the seam allowance clearly. To trim the tip, put the tool edge along the side you'll be trimming. Then slide the tool so the D line is along the other side. This gives you the exact same tip every time. And trim here. To trim the other side, rotate the tool so the opposite edge matches the side and the other D line matches your first cut. And trim here. Let's sort the triangles to keep the right pairs together. We're going to make them into diamonds. Notice the darks are diagonally apart and the lights are also diagonally apart. The second diamond is the mirror image of the first. Put the triangles together, base to base, pin at the center seam, and sew along the bottom edge. Here you have 2 mirror image diamonds. Let's begin sewing our diamonds together. First, we're going to match the little ears left over from the center seam to the tip of the diamond. Once those are matched, sew along that edge. Let's look at these on the design wall. 6 diamonds make a column. You'll need 3 columns of each set. That's 6 columns total. See that zigzag edge at the top and bottom? Here's an easy fix for squaring the edge. Let's look at 1 column. We're going to go right to this spot and cut it in half. Notice I'm careful to make the cut perpendicular and in the same spot each time. Now bring this tip to the other end. Sew these together just like you did before. And now the column is squared. Do this to each one, then sew them together for your quilt top.
That was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. It looks complex, but it's just a matter of sewing things together, just making sure you got them right on the right spot. The Perfect 7 tool and its many free patterns and Roy G. Biv are available on our website, phillipsfiber.com. Hope to see you there!